Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear guides and scouts, I will start with the end. You are the word, and you are the future. On your shoulders rests our destiny, and more importantly, on your shoulders rests whatever goodness there is left out there to salvage humanity. As the largest voluntary movement dedicated to empowering girls and young women in the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts is exactly what the world needs today to shift back from the rhetoric of war and isolation to a rhetoric of compassion and service. The role you play is essential in moving the conversation forward on all issues related to the SDGs, including those that are gaining importance and momentum. This year's CSW central theme is about achieving gender equality and the empowerment of all women and girls in the context of climate change. In that context, your prerogatives become even greater at the global association where you are ever more needed to raise awareness on the dangers related to climate change, to educate women and girls on how they are and they will be affected by this phenomenon. But also, you will show how women, girls, and women associations can lead and be pioneers as they've always been in the search of green, sustainable, and equitable solutions to climate change. I'm acquainted with the programs you run, the efforts you deploy, and the commitment you dedicate to the cause of empowerment and protection of girls and young women in all avenues. I commend your efforts into trying to reach out to all segments of the society to raise awareness on issues that matter. However, dear friends, it's also up to us, leaders, to protect you from discrimination, from harassment, from early marriage, from cyberbullying, from wars and their dire consequences. It's also our duty to support you in growing to reach your full potential. This is also what the work of the National Commission for Lebanese Women is dedicated for, to bring about positive change in the lives and livelihoods of girls and women. In the past years, we worked on a wide array of programs aiming at enhancing gender equality, ensuring protection, and providing support. The mobilization of NCLW at the level of social campaigns, at the level of lobbying with decision makers in the government and parliament to push for legislative reforms aiming at improving the situation of women and girls are tireless. We note, for instance, the efforts on countering domestic violence and on facilitating access to justice. We worked on campaigns concerning sexual harassment, cyberbullying, child marriage. We know that we work against the clock, and I know that one mistreated girl is one too many, but no effort will be spared until we can be certain that every girl and young woman is protected in every way, everywhere. We will also focus in our programs on the interlinkages between sustainable development, climate change, and how they affect the livelihoods of women who are the first victims of any catastrophic event, be it related to climate or otherwise. Excellencies, dear friends, in the last 2 years, the world has been facing a set of setbacks politically, economically, and medically with the COVID-19 pandemic. This caused the momentum that was gained in the previous years on gender equality to slow down. However, that is exactly when we doubled down on actions, initiatives, and campaigns so that women and girls don't feel they are left out. They were and remain our priority. Baden-Powell used to say, "Be prepared." We will always be prepared to face greater odds, and we shall always be prepared to remain firm in our convictions that women are equal to men. We will always be prepared to push back against the pushback, and we will always be prepared to support girls and young women as they take on life with courage and faith in themselves. I thank the speakers for their interventions, and I thank you for inviting me to speak in your event.